Today, we'll be discussing consumer attitudes and how to change them. We will be using the journal article, The Effects of Cognitive and Affective Elaborations from Facebook Posts on Consumer Attitude Formation, as an example to illustrate this topic and to show a real-life example of the theory. According to Questa et al., an attitude is an enduring combination of motivational, emotional, perceptual, and cognitive processes with respect to some aspect of our environment. Essentially, it is how we feel about and how we act with regards to different aspects of our environment. Attitudes are made up of three distinct components: the affective component, such as feelings and emotions, like the feeling of joy when you eat a chocolate bar; the cognitive component, beliefs and knowledge about the object in question, such as how Coke Zero is a healthier choice than regular Coke; and the behavioural component, how someone tends to respond to the object in question, such as a refusal to buy the iPhone 7 due to its lack of a basic feature and recommending others do the same. The principle of cognitive consistency states that all three components of a person's attitude maintain some level of consistency with the other components. This means that a change in one component has an effect on the other two components, potentially changing them as well. This makes it possible to focus marketing efforts on primarily one of the components in an effort to change the other components as well, resulting in an overall attitude change in order to elicit a purchase decision. As this diagram shows, marketing strategies such as segmentation, positioning, and advertising and promotion influences consumer attitudes, which in turn influences consumer behaviour, leading to hopefully a purchase decision. The study we have chosen was conducted by three researchers from the University of Georgia in 2015. The aim of the study was to evaluate the relative effectiveness of cognitive advertising material versus affective advertising material on Facebook. A survey was conducted of 258 US citizens, with most of the respondents being younger than 30 years of age. The survey was conducted online with participants sourced from a crowdsourcing system. Respondents were shown two different Facebook posts about fictional products and instructed to rate each one on a 7-point Likert scale in terms of how it made them feel and how much it made them think. They were then told to rate the brand as well, in terms of negative/positive, harmful/beneficial, foolish/wise, and unfavourable/favourable. The results were then analysed for reporting. The results of the study showed that affective messages are a stronger influence than cognitive messages of consumer attitudes towards branded Facebook posts. While both cognitive and affective components are influenced at the same time, the affective component has a larger influence on the consumer's overall attitude, and is hence more predictive of a consumer's attitude towards a brand or product. A good example of an effective message is the Old Spice ad, "The Man Your Man Could Smell Like." This ad has very few meaningful messages, rather focusing on humour and entertainment to capture the consumer's interest and ensure the information is retained. This in turn associates the brand in the consumer's mind with a humorous advertisement, leading to a positive attitude towards a product, where the behavioural and cognitive components are influenced by the affective one, potentially leading to the purchase decision. Other good examples include Queensland Rail's "Dumb Ways to Die", John Lewis's "Monty the Penguin", a Spanish Lottery's "Christmas Lottery" ad, and UNICEF's "Malak and the Boat Journey from Syria". The results of this study can be applied to promotional material by determining which attitude component should be focused on. As the results of the studies show, the affective component is easier to influence with more reliable results, meaning that marketers should focus their efforts on effective themes to advertisements rather than cognitive. This should yield the best results while minimising wasted resources from failed campaigns, with the emphasis on the wrong attitude component. In conclusion, we have shown that advertising to the affective component of consumer attitudes is more effective than advertising to the cognitive component. We have also discussed the idea of component consistency and how changing one component can result in the change of other components, and hence a change in the overall attitude a consumer holds in regards to a product or brand. From this, we can say that for an advertisement to be most effective, it must focus on the affective component of consumer attitudes.